We sort of had the idea that by helping an ex-offender, society would be safer. And what I saw our role becoming is facilitators to open doors for them to kind of help, whether it was in the area of counseling, whether it was in the area of drug abuse, employment.
To come to SAFER and to get the counseling that I did allowed me to show my son a different side of me. I'm grateful to SAFER to help steer me into the right direction.
SAFER Foundation is a not-for-profit organization that over the last 35 years has been working with people who are seeking employment. These are people who have a felony conviction in their criminal history, but really want to turn their lives around and recognize that an important part of turning their lives around is going to work so that they can contribute to their families and to their community.
What we do is try to do everything we possibly can to make sure these guys succeed. If you need tools, we're there. If you need bus passes, we're there. If you need some guy to go to counseling, we're there. If you need to go to school, we're there. Whatever it is, we're there for you. And that's what SAFER Foundation is.
How do you really help people successfully reintegrate back into normal society? Which means that you've got to have resources, you've got to have programs, you've got to have people who understand what the problems are. And then you've got to try and convince communities to open up and accept these individuals as a part of normal life.
SAFER, for the first time in state history, is an employment specialist that's beginning to work with inmates while they're still incarcerated.
Just being in this program, you know, it's given me a lot of opportunity to do something I always wanted to do. And when I get out there on the streets, you know, I can show the job production what I'm capable of doing.
Our ultimate responsibility is to ensure placement, job placement, in order for them to re-enter society with a job, full-time job, benefits if possible.
We can facilitate GED programs. We can provide a place for them to live. So it literally becomes a bridge between the prisons and the streets. And I think what becomes equally important is the follow-up after they leave here, that they don't feel abandoned and that we continue to work with them. Oftentimes it's emotional support we need, or they need.
The people here, they always say, you got to help yourself before they can help you. And I took that to heed and did that, and so far, I'm okay.
People coming out of prison need a new family to connect with. People who care about them, people they can talk to, people they can share their experience with, their frustration with, and keep them encouraged.
Many of those that we find that are going into the jails, many of them do not have role models. They did not have them. That's why they made bad choices. And so now, if they're going to be given any type of new direction, someone has to come into their lives, in my opinion, that is going to have some positive input.
When I see a guy that comes out and he's frustrated just like I was frustrated, but I was able to succeed because of the choices I continued to make, and I'm not doing extremely better than everybody else, but it's just the choices that I'm making, and just keep continuing to come back inspires me. They say that I'm their mentor, but I think we all are each other's mentor, because I listen to their problems and I can understand what they're going through, and I can let them know the pitfalls because I'm taking that step ahead of them.
Transitional employment is really not intended to be long-term permanent employment, but it's intended to give people a structured opportunity to go to work and earn legitimate income immediately upon release, thereby minimizing the opportunity for them to get themselves in trouble.
What we're seeing here today is a program that we came together with the City of Chicago and the SAFER Foundation, a cooperative agreement to create an opportunity for some hard skill training.
If SAFER Foundation wasn't for me, I probably would be unemployed. I'll be wondering what I'm going to do next. They showed me they had no problem with sending me out there in the workforce, and they trusted me. They had no doubt that I could do the job, and I'm showing them I can do the job.
Even me having a college education, I was able to get interviews on my own, but when I had to fill out an application and put I had a felony conviction, it kind of makes it a little harder, makes it a step back in the wrong direction, like, well, we'll call you and see what we can do for you. Most people that have criminal backgrounds want to work. But if you don't give them a chance to work, you're doing nothing but sending them back into the lifestyle that got them where they are to begin with.
We allow people who want to turn their lives around to have the support mechanisms that allows that to happen.
All right.
Wouldn't it be wonderful for some business person, for some store owner, for some manufacturer, to be able to look back and say, I not only made a good profit this year, but guess what? I turned some lives around this year. Isn't that real profit value?
In recent studies, the state of Illinois releases about 38,000 people each year. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 52 to 54% of those people are likely to return to prison in the next 3 years post-release. If people come to the Safer Foundation and we're able to get them to work and just help them to stay in that work for 30 days, that number goes from 52 to 54% down to 13%.
Many of the people who come out of institutions are hungry for a job, are hungry for an opportunity. They've become some of your best workers in the world, given the opportunity, the chance, and the support.
I've seen some significant kind of miracles in people's lives as a result of just having a simple opportunity like a job, like someone believe in them and be there for them.
When we see people going home from that adult transition center, or they're leaving one of our program sites, and they're holding their son or their daughter's hand, then we know that that person's headed in the right direction.
My family. Biggest thing, my single most driving motivational factor, my family.